Welcome everyone. So today's our topic is laws of motion, and we have already covered the two videos from this or two part from this lesson, and this is the part 3 of this lesson, class 9 part 3. Okay, so first we are going to learn about effect of speed and direction of velocity. So first of all, what is a velocity? It is a displacement that occurs in unit time. This is a velocity. So let's see. Velocity depends on speed as well as direction. Okay, we know there is a difference between speed and velocity. So velocity depends on the speed as well as the direction, and velocity changes by the points. So first point is velocity will change while changing the speed and while keeping the direction same. That means the speed will be 20 km per hour, it will be the changing and keeping the direction same. That means direction will be east or west, it will be same throughout the journey. Okay, and next is the velocity will change while changing the direction while keeping the speed same. So in first point we have seen the changing the speed but the direction is same, but in second point we have seen the direction will be changes. Okay, but speed will be same. Whatever speed will be 20 km per hour, 40 km per hour, it will be same throughout the journey. Now third, changing the speed as well as the direction. That means here speed and direction is not fixed, it will be continuously or keeps on changing. Now always remember students, okay, this is a scientist, and the first scientist to measure speed at the distance upon time was Galileo. And the speed of sound in dry air is 343.2 meter per second, and the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, and the speed of revolution of the earth around the sun. Now what is revolution? You know, the movement of earth around the sun in a fixed duration of a time. This is a revolution. Okay, and the speed of a revolution of the earth around the sun is 29,770 meter per second. So always you should remember this thing, scientist name and speed of sound and speed of a light, all the things. Yeah, all right. So uniform and non-uniform linear motion. So these two are the types of a linear motion, uniform and non-uniform motion. Okay, so what is a linear motion? So linear motion, this is a motion which happens along a straight path or along a straight line. As you can observe on the screen alongside picture, that train is moving in a straight line or a straight path. So this is a linear motion. So first type of a linear motion is uniform linear motion. Let's see what it is. So if an object covers equal distance in equal time interval, it is said to be in a uniform motion. So here you can observe a picture on a screen. This is an example of a uniform linear motion. That means the car is moving in a linear motion in a straight line, and it covers equal distance in equal interval of a time. That means here you can observe from left to right. Okay, left to right you can observe the first car from 0 to 4 meter. The 0 to 4 meter here distance is equal. Okay, then from 4 meter to 8 meter, 8 meter to 12 meter. It means every time it covers a distance of 4 meter, which is equal distance, and the time interval is also equal. That means in every 4 meter it covers a distance of 2 seconds. Sorry, in every 2 seconds it covers a distance of 4 meter. Okay, so this is a 2 from 4 meter 2 second, and again 4 to 8 meter 2 second, again 8 to 12 meter. The distance is the time it covers time interval equal, that is 2 seconds. So this is a uniform linear motion. Now next we have non-uniform linear motion. So here this is the vice versa of uniform linear motion. Okay, so when an object covers unequal distances, right, unequal distances in equal time interval of time, interval of time, then its motion is said to be non-uniform motion. Okay, here you can observe again a linear motion. A car is moving in a linear motion, and it will cover the different distances or unequal distance, like 0 meter to 1 meter, then 1 meter to 10 meter, then 10 meter to 25 meter. But what is there here? Here the time interval is same, that is 2 seconds. Okay, it will cover in every 2 seconds this much different. That means 1 meter, 9 meter and 15 meter, whatever it is. Okay, so here 0 to 1 meter, the distances cover the distance in 2 seconds. 10 meter again it will cover in 2 seconds. So this is a non-uniform linear motion. That means unequal distances, but the time interval will be same. Yeah, alright. So student, you must have all played on a slide in a park, amusement park, right? So you know that while sliding down from a slide, what happened? The velocity is less at the top. So this is a top position, and at the top position the velocity is less, and at the middle position the velocity is increases. Okay, but at the bottom part the velocity is 0. So this is the rate of a change in, that means in every time the velocity changes. For less, then it is increases, then it becomes 0. So the rate of change of velocity, that means changes in velocity, is called as the acceleration. So let's see. Okay, acceleration. So acceleration is the rate of change of velocity of an object with respect to time. That means in each time the velocity will be keeps on changing. Just now we have seen our previous slide also. Okay, so acceleration is a vector quantity. Now what is vector quantity? It has a quantity. It is a physical quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. Now again, the magnitude means mass. Acceleration, the formula for acceleration is equals to change in velocity upon time, and acceleration will be denoted by the letter small a. Next, if the initial velocity is u, okay, initial velocity, that means from where the object will start moving, this is the initial velocity u, and in time t it changes to final velocity v. Okay, so here you can observe the two cars. First, from left to right, it will start its journey from its left position. So that will be its initial velocity, from where it will be starting. Okay, and from where it will be reached to final position. So it is the final velocity of an object. Okay, and in time t. So acceleration is equals to a. This is a is a symbol of acceleration. Okay, is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. That means if we have to calculate the acceleration, what we will do? We will minus initial velocity from its final velocity upon divided by time. Okay, so therefore a is equals to v minus u, where v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, and t is nothing but time. So if the velocity of an object changes during a certain time period, then it is said to have accelerated motion. So here an object in motion can have two types of acceleration. First is if the velocity changes by equal amounts in equal time. That means equal amount and equal time, the object is said to be a uniform acceleration. But if the velocity changes by unequal amounts in equal time interval, the object is said to be non-uniform acceleration. Now in uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration, only two main differences there. In uniform it is equal amount and equal time interval, but in non-uniform it will be unequal amount but the time will be equal. Okay, next, when an object is at rest in the beginning of its motion, what is its final velocity? That means that if when object is rest and it will start moving, it will be ready for the moving, then what will be its initial velocity, right? So when a body doesn't changes its position according to its surrounding with respect to time, then body is said to be in rest, means it does not have any velocity, and so the initial velocity will be 0 always. Initial velocity means it will be denoted by the symbol u. Next question, when an object comes to rest position at the end of its motion, that means after completing a motion from initial velocity, when it comes to its rest at the end, what is its final velocity? Obviously its final velocity will be 0. Why? Because the object come to rest position. Okay. Now again we have to learn about positive, negative and zero acceleration. So student, an object can have positive or negative acceleration, right? So when the velocity of an object increases, the acceleration is positive acceleration, and in this case the acceleration is in the direction of the velocity. That means direction will be same. And when the velocity of an object decreases with time, it is called as a negative acceleration. And students, negative acceleration is also called deceleration. Why? Because this is in this velocity is decreases. And next we have if the velocity of the object does not change with time, it has zero acceleration. So here we have three types of acceleration: positive, negative and zero. Okay, so when the velocity of an object will increases, it is positive. But when the velocity of an object decreases, it will be negative acceleration, and here it is negative acceleration, also called as a deceleration. But when the object does not have any changes or motion, so it will called as a zero acceleration. So student, that's it for today. I hope you all have understood today's topic, and next part of this lesson we can continue in our next session. Thank you.